I love some of the changes. I love most of the changes that was made by the Bruins. Like, we make too many big splashes, except for one. Don't I ain't that crazy to not talk about it. We get Ionescu from Utah. This works both ways for the player and the team. Gives us what we need, some much needed deadly 3-point shooting. A player capable of knocking in threes at a high clip. This is awesome for Sienna. This is awesome for Lauren Betts. Sienna wasn't here last year. She's here this year. That's another awesome add-on. But didn't really count her because she's a freshman. I'm talking about players we would get out the portal. The one great one is Ionescu. So obviously it goes without saying that Sienna Betts is coming in. A big that's versatile, that can dribble, that can shoot, that can pass, that can block shots. Hey, gonna be double trouble. That's what I can tell you. So when I look at this UCLA team, the last time I seen this Bruins team that I so dearly love, do I love them as much as my Hawkeyes? Ooh, it's so close, y'all. It's so close. I'm telling y'all, it's mutual love. When they play each other, I don't know what to do. I just found myself, I don't want to talk about it. I love each team, so it's something where it's like, okay, may the best team win. But I'll go back and forth, and I did that before when UCLA plays Iowa. Quite a spectacle for me. Like I said, Iowa just a little bit more, but yeah, UCLA. Gotta have a huge chip on our shoulder. We really gotta have it. We really gotta have that chip on our shoulder. I mean, we had a fantastic season. Of course, I was pissed when we lost. Of course, the blow lesson because we did lose to the eventual, national champion. But we was beat down. We was exposed. We couldn't make shots, and the roster needed to change. Things did need to happen. I don't hold nothing against players like Kendall Dudley and Avery Kane because they want to get established, and I can't say I blame them. And they probably wasn't here this year. And if you are a top-notch recruit, high-level recruit, who's got a couple of years to wait for it? Today's portal age, where you just hit the transfer portal and go somewhere else and get your minutes. So look, what I think about this UCLA team, I mean, if it stays how it is, getting back to the Final Four is a great possibility, but also understanding that everybody's improving. The people that was at the Final Four improving, It's probably, UConn, they probably improve in-house. They did get Kaylee Heckle. And they also got Sarah Williams. So those are huge improvements, some would say, and I would say. South Carolina improved. You just look at the Final Four, it's improvement. SC improved, So one has to say, how far could this UCLA program go? In my opinion, as a fan trying to have an unbiased take, when you look at LSU, they improved as well. So I think, as always, it's a damn dogfight. But I think that if we let the pain of lost drivers, Lauren Betts expands her game some more, her shooting, be able to step out and shoot it a little bit. Somebody's going to have to exit the paint. Lauren, Sienna. I think Sienna can play all around, though. She's definitely a better shooter. Lauren herself will tell you. So, if we let the pain drivers, sure, we could get back to the Final Four. I just got to see it to believe it because, it was such a thumping. And it's such an important season for Kiki Rice more than anybody. Kiki Rice, future potential WNBA lottery pick. But when I look at a player like Haley Jones, I kind of see that as a road that Kiki could go down, and I don't want her to. I want her to be able to, of course, obviously make the lead. Haley Jones did do that. And Haley has some potential, but the outside shot is kind of null and void. And right now, Haley ain't in the lead, and she had ample opportunity. Then Tahina Popow comes in and boom, your spot's gone. You don't have forever in the WNBA. You don't even have a couple of seasons to grow and learn. You got to come in and you got to be learning and, bare minimum by year 2, you got to be doing your thing. You got to be representing right. And I think this is just huge. And I know that she had the shoulder injury last season and played through it, and respect to her for it and for being a floor general. And I think it'll be better for Kiki having a experienced vet out there like Charlize Ledger-Walker. And Charlize Ledger-Walker is going to be awesome, I think, provided I hope and pray that she's healthy. I look at this UCLA team. I think Tamia Gardner has one more year. I know Angela Dugalich, she's coming back. here's my thing. When I look at this UCLA team, Gianna Neekins, Sienna Betts, Lauren Betts, potentially Kiki Rice. These are 4 players that you're going to depend on. And anything you get from anybody else is just added on bonus, icing on the cake potential. So, yeah, Gabriella Hawkeyes, super Mrs. Versatility. Rebounds, shoot threes, guards, defense. Sometimes I feel like she a fringe WNBA player, and sometimes I don't. But, she's going to give you something. So I commend her for that. She's always going to give you something. Yes, she struggled against the UConn, but who didn't? Outside of Lauren Betts, who didn't struggle? And that's why I think it's important for us to have multiple options. And you're not going to gang up on Lauren Betts. You're not going to be able to do that with a shooter like Gianna Neekins. I'm going to see if there's footage out there on Lena Bilic. She's supposed to come over, the kid from Croatia. I think she's a 3 and a 2. I think she could play 4, but I know she's a 2 and a 3 for sure. If there's footage on her, I'm going to look that up, review that. Might even show you guys some footage from her. So, yeah, that's pretty much UCLA in a nutshell. Amanda Muse, what's going to happen with her? Is she going to play any of this junior season? She hasn't really played, in her two campaigns here, 2 freshman and sophomore season. Will we be starter heavy? Yeah, but I think that, you'll get a few players off the bench. It's tough to say who's going to start. That's the problem. All we know for sure is this. In terms of starting, Betts will start. Lauren, you got to say them by their first name because they both got the same last name. Lauren's going to start. Sienna's going to start. Kiki's going to start. Gianna's going to start. So that leaves 1 spot, and that's probably Charlize Ledger Walker. Probably so. I don't see it coming off the bench if healthy. So, I believe in this team. I always do. I always will. It's some of the best basketball we playing. Made our first ever Final Four. Historic time to be a Bruins fan. Love being a Bruins fan, irregardless. A lot is on Corey Kosa's shoulders still. When we had the max exodus in terms of transfer portal, it was tough. Janiyah Barker leaving. Everybody just saying I'm up out of here. And I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie. I wanted a lot of players gone. So I'm not mad that a lot of players left. But what I am, expecting is for players to come out with a chip on our shoulder. Hate how last season ended. Let's see if we can run it back again. Let's see if we could come up with another, 30-plus win, 2-loss season. Let's see, can we do it again? And then let's get to the tournament this time. Let's win a Big Ten tournament if we could do that. And I think we're going to have some competition, even from Iowa, from USC definitely. And then let's see if we can get back to the March Madness, the biggest dance of all. And let's see if we can get back to where we were before and see if we can win this thing. I think that it's important to take it day by day, game by game, and, let your play speak for you. Until we get up there and we win it all, it's going to be doubt. So that's fine. We let the doubt fuel you. Lauren Betts is incredible to me, but I know she can still grow. But I'm a big LB fan. She's one of my favorites. I think she's the best big player in the game, best post player in the game. But I just need her to stop putting the ball on the floor. So I hope she stops doing that, or at least limits it. Don't put the ball down. And get you a little jump shot. Get you a little, 14 or 15, 16-foot jump shot, something that you can depend on. Mid-range. Once we can depend on mid-range. I'm just saying, get you a mid-range. Because you dominating around the rim, and of course she could always evolve her game. Who couldn't? But yeah, that's pretty much the video. I think the best thing I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most this upcoming season is Gianna Neekins and Sienna Betts. I love Kiki and Lauren, but I think for me, Gianna coming here was a total shot. I ain't never seen a talented player choose the team I root for. I can't say I ever did. So this is an anomaly situation I'm thankful for, and I just know she's going to help the team so much. And I think watching her play at Utah was such a struggle because she was great, and Utah had their moments. But I know Gianna could play on the roster that would be better for her, once she could be, more help in and get more help. So, yeah. And then Sienna Betts, absolutely incredible. When I look at her, I'm like, It seems like it's like a hybrid of Tina Charles and Chris Webber. That's the best way I can describe her. But with that, guess what? RC, I'm out. Subscribe, comment, like, gone.